back again. You broke out. What's up?
Nice and low back there, that's for sure.
Is it? I'm gonna take and face my
Okay.
live stream back the other way. I'm gonna back right up. Should be able to, anyways. Whoa! Hey Cody, can you let me know if my live stream's back on? Whoa, right there. Try and get any. You gonna try and get any pictures? Any pictures? Look at that feeder band coming in. About ready to roll? Might hang out here for just a second. It looks like it might be trying to tornado right there. There's a big old bowl. Yeah. Right about there, guys. My chat is not up, so give me 1 second and I'll try to bring it back up. But I gotta get.
We've got outflow winds now.
Yeah, I seen that. Still, that's a cool storm though, dude.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Huh?
You just sitting there snapping pictures?
Yeah. You
Yeah, I think we probably should roll before it runs over us again. Get out of there, stay out of that rain. And the hail. I said, and the hail. And the hail.
Yeah.
I'll get the chat up here in just a second, guys.
Hey Philip, there's radar indicated 3-inch in diameter hail on this storm now. Also, we need to be paying close attention to the southern storms as well.
That is affirmative. I was just looking at that on the radar, and there's a couple of supercells down there to our south that will be coming across.
How do we want to do this road option wise once we get towards Ada?
I'm going to be honest with you. I think it would be better off for us to drop south and get on tail end Charlie, because obviously this one is it's the lead storm, so I'm not completely 100% out on that one, but I think that maybe it would be better to try to avoid those hail cores, because if they come through and they start producing big hail, and they're definitely down in that warm sector still.
I thought that was a structure fire for a second there. We're starting to get a hook on this thing again, just to the west of center.
You're running off and leaving me, bro.
My bad, I'll slow down a little bit. Just to let you guys know, I know you're focused on that storm, but these other ones just to your south and west, you need to keep your eye on as well. Cody, I just said that. Look here, fool. You think I'm paying attention now? That's pretty obvious.
What do you think, Aaron? Those storms that are down there are actually pretty far behind. I mean, so we would definitely have plenty of time to take and drop south and still be well within, safety zone, as well as being able to see structures and all of that.
Yeah, I mean, we can jog north a little bit to kind of look at the storm a little bit closer again, and then drop south to get back in position for those supercells down to the southwest.
It's up to you. I mean, it doesn't bother me, whatever, one way or the other. I mean, obviously this one, if I'm not mistaken, is the only one that is severe warned.
That is correct. Yeah, we can go north just a little bit. It's not looking all that great right now. But yeah, we can take a peek at it.
We don't have to go too far. We could just drop, kind of let that other one come straight to us, that middle one.
Right. So is your plan to go just a little north of Ada? That's the plan. Clear, just letting you know there's been reports of golf ball size hail in the storm. Yeah, 10-4, I was saying it was 3 inch in diameter, radar indicated not too long ago.
Cody, did you get the message about my live stream? Is it back up and running again?
I did not stand back. You're back up, Philip.
Okay, that's what I thought. We get up here to the north just by a little bit. That would be the perfect time to pull the cameras out.
Got a good view of this now.
That is full show.
If we can get off, or pull over on the side somewhere up here where we've got a good view, we might do that and see if we can see anything as it's getting a little bit closer to us.
Find the spot. can get away from the lights. But man, look at the base on that thing, dude.
Yeah, it's super low. It's looking pretty mean. You want to go get your cleat training?
I traded my cleats in for house slippers.
Hold on, let's see. Right here.
So the one back behind doesn't look so good. The one down to the south, if we could get down toward Hickory. Huh?
What were you saying now?
I said, hold that thought. There's kind of a little bowl right there. Over there to the left. You see it?
That's the main one right there, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Without looking at... Yeah, that's it, directly in front of us.
Wall cloud.
Yep.
I mean, that is a wall cloud, isn't it?
From everything that I've ever seen in a textbook, yes. Oh, yeah.
Do you want to report it, or? It's getting a little scraggly now.
Yeah, probably not. I'm gonna zoom in a little tighter on this though and see if we can see it. Video proof is better than nothing.
Right.
Man, dude, the lightning over there a while ago was just crazy. Now it's kind of died out. Or it just hasn't made it to us. Wow. What's over here to the left? You see that?
Right here up above
Yeah.
the trees right here. Oh, wow. Wonder if that's going to be the new area.
Maybe. Could be, Rabbit. If that's the case, I need to take and turn my camera that way. What do you got your camera set on and do that? What do you have your camera set on in order to do
It's
that?
night mode. It's already set whenever you take a picture of it.
I got you. That worked out pretty decent. That is definitely a plated structure.
Yeah. Too bad it's nighttime. Back in here.
Huh?
Right back in there. About 11 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I see that. Wow, dude, that is low. Low, low, low. We can stay on this one if you want.
What's that?
Is that hail core on the back black? It is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, if you want to stay on this one, we can.
Yeah, that's fine with me. It's just, once we get further north, we're not going to be able to do anything except turn around.
Yeah, let's stay with this one because it's the only one that is super cellular right now.
Okay.
And if we're going to stay out in front of it, we better go.
Yeah, the only road that we'll be able to take is this one right here once we get further north, and then it crosses over finally, but it's going to be a minute. So, but yeah, we can stay with this one.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, because you got the river to deal with.
Yeah.
Dude, that wall cloud's big.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get her.
Wall cloud reported on it.
Yep. Massive wall cloud on this thing. We'll get you straightened up here in just a second, guys. Kind of a lopsided. Woo-wee, this thing is beastly. Stay up with it, we're going to have to go on because the hook is actually directly in front of us, and it's gonna move off to the northeast, and it'll run off and leave us, especially since we got the river to deal with. So if anybody's on the chat, I can't respond to the chat because it's important for me to keep an eye on what I'm doing, and so I'm sorry that I can't respond. You can hit exclamation point and type in location, and I believe that will enable it. Excuse me. I think I have to take and do something first. So my apologies for not being able to do that. So, but I will try to the next opportunity that we get. So, trying to navigate around this storm that has large hail on it. But we are north of Ada, Oklahoma. North of Ada, Oklahoma. And headed toward Bing. B-Y-N-G. This has still got a really decent hook on it.
Yeah, it's got a TVS marker on it right now.
That could be hail core related, but I'm not going to say that 100%.
Right.
How far was it up here to our turn north?
Stand by. It's going to be a ways. We're going to go through Francis, and it's just going to wind around the river for a ways. We're going to go through Francis, and it's just going to wind around the river for a ways.
We maybe are going to lose this thing because of the the traffic in front of us. You did see that sign there, right?
Yeah, let's not do that tonight.
Feels like we might have some pretty serious inflow winds going on right there. Is it me, or is this storm shrinking in size? So I'm out of cell service again, just FYI. But this thing's really starting to get a good inflow notch on it now. I don't think I've gotten a recent update on my computer for a while because we're so far out here. But you should be able to see the storm as we come around this curve here. And this should have a big wall cloud on it. It has a big inflow notch anyways. At least what data was showing a little while ago. So, and it looks like it does. It is woodsy owl over here. Crazy. Hard to see anything. Chasing in the jungle. We gotta get to some flat land so that we can see this storm coming in. You can see the lightning on it. Hey, Aaron, if you can find a place to pull over, man, some of those structure looks amazing.
Yeah, I got you. The next place that we can pull over, we'll do that. That doesn't have trees, that is.
Yeah, well, welcome to Southeast Oklahoma.
Exactly. Might have a spot right up here.
saying you got a car coming.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm just gonna pull forward and get off of the road. Split this right here in the middle. Yeah, he was getting it. Yeah, here comes another car. Yeah, please do. So how far do we got to go to the highway? Because I'm about half a tank.
Yeah, that's what I'm at. About 15 miles to Atwood.
Okay. Well, we probably should bail before it's too late.
Yeah, let me get one more shot.
All right.
Looks like there's a gas station in Allen that we're going through.
Okay, perfect.
Ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright. There's another car and then I'll turn around.
All right. get some gas here real quick.
You see that storm down south along the Red River? Big.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to go to that.
Yeah.
This thing's got some serious winds on it, dude.
Yeah. Really not looking all that great anymore. I think this southern one's going to be the next one that we're going to pay attention to.
You guys dropping back south?
I don't know. It's coming right up this way.
Got a massive hail for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like black on the computer.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, so where do we need to be to intercept it?
Give me a second.
I don't think I want to drive back down Bunker Road.
Well, there's another storm coming up from the Red River right now, kind of heading up towards Maple. It'll be a while. We're getting storms right now that's kind of better.
Does that have a gas cap or is it one of them?
No, you just go ahead. Right.
Deer never hairier.
Yeah, some of them turns were a little hairy there. I was like,
You got to
"Woo."
ride that thing.
Good.
It was like, whoop, whoop,
Yeah.
whoop.
At least you got brighter headlights than I do, though.
Yeah,
I'm over
right.
here getting flashbanged every time that you level out with my mirrors. I'm like, oh. Need to get a lift kit on
I
my
can't
car.
help that. So what do you think?
Well,
That one's gone.
yeah.
I mean, we're done.
Yeah.
We're done on that one. It's already high grade. I might plug in the GPS. See that thing? How fast is it? Or is it where it's at? Where? So how far is it to go to? Does it even do up anything at all? Like where we live?
Weird, I had full bars standing like right over here.
Not me. Dude, I was like, ling, 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 on my sticker.
Yeah.
Yelling. I was like, well, I'm going to have to wait.
Wow.
You're wrapped up tight?
Got a donut hole.
What? Oh, my. That's bad. Well, so, I mean, you're 2 hours, so that makes it midnight. And then 2 hours home. lead the way.
Alright. Don't get dive bombed by one of these bugs.
I know, right? Alright, guys, we are going to take and try and go get us some lightning pictures. So, we're going to take and find us a flat spot, which I think we should do relatively easy south of town here. And we'll get the camera out and step outside, so I won't be able to talk to you, but I'll be able to I guess we're going north of town. North. That's better because we can go straight down this road to head home. Hopefully, y'all will be able to see the lightning that's coming in over here. I'm going to get out and I'm going to try and take some pictures of it. So I will be back in just a little bit. There you go. Go over. Move away because I can't shut my stupid. Or what?
That was pretty. There's like a pinkish lightning strike that way.
Really?
Yeah.
Go over on the other side, I think. Get away from the lights.
Yeah. Back is like, it's like, okay, you're done. Stop driving. You need to go home, lay down, go to bed.
Still can't do it. Those stupid running lights are so bright. I don't know how to turn them off. I don't think I can turn them off.
Nope.
Uh-uh.
Unless you turn the vehicle off.
Can't do that because I got my live stream on. I'm gonna go over here in front of the door.
bugs. He's watching the left.
Oh, I guess my back window. That's why there's so much light. Go ahead, sir. I will follow you.
So my thing is, it's a ways to go through it and then back.
No, I'm not talking about that one down south.
Talking about the one up north.
Yeah, just go straight across.
So we're just gonna put coordinates back in to go
For home?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is correct, sir.
Alrighty.
I will follow you. Maybe.
Do what?
Maybe. If I can keep up with you.
Hold on just a second.
Okay. Tighten that down. It was loose. Ooh, that was a good one right there. And just like we said, once we leave, guess what happens? guys should be able to see the storm coming through. said, my friend. try that one more time because I had my radio turned way down.
I said I'm going to act like we didn't miss the turn, but we did, so I guess we're going down this road.
Ah, okay.
Looks like it's going to take us back down to the main road. It's like a mile down, and we'll take a left.
Fair enough.
Why couldn't we have found this road to take pictures?
Man, dude, I'm telling you, flat as a pancake. I don't know if that was a tree or maybe there is an actual lowering on that cell over there to the west. Or, excuse me, to the north.
Okay, yeah, I saw a little something just to our west as well.
We're headed north right now.
Correct.
So whatever storm is to the north of us, it looked like it had a little bowl feature on it.
It's the one near McComas. Sorry, what time ago? I can't see, I'm blind, so.
That was a very big dog.
It was.
Did you not see that great big old huge white dog come out after your car? He was about the size of your chase vehicle.
No, but I guess I would have felt it if I would have hit him.
Maybe we'll get another clear shot of this storm up in front of us and see what that was.
Yeah, there's a little bit of velocity starting with that one up north.
And it just went severe.
The one west of us went severe. The one north isn't yet, unless you got an update and I didn't.
Yeah, whatever the one is that's directly in front of us. If that's north, then that's the one that's severe.
No, it's the one for Seminole that went severe.
Maybe my beacon isn't updated because I'm showing us that we're in the rain. We're about to come out of the rain, and so it's showing there's a severe box directly in front of us. Did you see that up there?
No, I was looking at the computer screen.
Pretty nice structure up there, dude.
Yeah, I've been seeing that. Oh yeah, I see the bull. Now, just off to the, looks like the right side of the road.
Yeah, buddy. getting into the core of the storm. Well,
Storm to our north is now severe warning. Moving northeast at 50 miles an hour.
did you say 50?
That is correct. Also, the one in Seminole has been severe for a little while. It's got a pretty decent sized hail core on it.
That's why we're getting all this good lightning.
Yeah. I wonder our north's got a nice little inflow notch on it now.
I lost radar scope for some reason, so I'm going to have to take and bring it back up.
Gotcha.
You talking about that one by Okima?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to check my live stream real fast and see if it's still running.
Important.
That was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool little ball of energy up there in the clouds.
Right? Did you see that really close sea view strike off to our like 10, 11 o'clock whenever we were going through the stoplight?
Yes, I did. I think I got it on camera. Storms are really starting to fill in now.
Yeah, I was hoping we were going to be out of the rain after this one. Oh, that was close. And then I looked a little further west, and we're going to be driving through it whenever we get out of this one. A little ways.
Yeah, that was a flashbang of about 2 seconds.
This is Lightning McQueen saying good chow.
Dude, that was definitely on the live stream. You could see the plasma on that one.
I believe it.
I don't know why my stream is not doing what it's supposed to be doing as far as the chat board. I don't know if anybody is talking on there or anything. I cannot tell. I can tell, it looks like that there's a lot of reports coming off of that storm up here in front of us.
You said quite a few reports.
Yeah, it looks like maybe, I can't see because it's over on my tablet, but it looks like there's some reports either off of Spotter Network or the other one. Looks like maybe some wind. And hail.
Gotcha. Yeah, I guess I just have to populate it on my computer. But I'll take your word for it.
Pretty sure that this has been a great test for the Starlink, and even going through that heavy rain and stuff like that, I don't think we lost the stream. I don't know what happened at the beginning, why we lost it down there. I don't think that it had to do anything with the storm. Did you see that just to the left of the road? It looks like that there's a big hail core over here. So you have to wait and see if the lightning will light it back up. But
I did see that. It was like right there about where the tower is. Way far back there.
yeah, copy that. So, what is your radar saying? I can't get radar scope to come up on my computer for some reason.
So there's a pretty decent cell that's just to the west, southwest of the cell, and a pretty decent one going on the
Okay, so I'm not going to guarantee it, guys, but we have a moth in here with us. I left my door open whenever we were out taking lightning shots, and unfortunately they came to the light, and now I have to deal with them. And so I've seen a moth, and I've seen what they call a gal nipper. Looks like a giant mosquito, but it's really not. Cromwell. Kind of out of the rain, picking up a lot of mist from the vehicle in front of us, but $3 miles from I-40 we get to head westbound. And we'll be driving into some more storms on the way. Quite a few storms around now. Really started to fill in. Got a couple of severe back by Norman. One just came through Oklahoma City. One going through Edmond, Moore, Norman, Noble, Purcell. And then a whole bunch over by Muskogee, Wagner, and Telegraph. If this data is correct. specimen looks like it's got the measles. It's got so many hail markers on it.
Yeah, you want to go play some baseball with them?
That would be a big negatory, sir. So, what size is it for real?
Quarter size now.
I'll still pass. thank you if you're still watching. Reds and blues up here.
I see red and blue flashing lights. Not a good time nor a good place to have a flat tire. Yeah, I was just saying that's a bad place and a bad time to have a flat tire.
I thought it was standard operating procedures to not take and pull up that close to those people anymore because of the fact that there was been so many people that weren't paying attention and rear end the police officer and then hurt the other people in the process. Excuse me.
I mean, it is to an extent. I don't, obviously everybody's SOPs are different, but whenever I took my TIMS or traffic incident management course, it was the fact that you have to be so far back and angled with your tires pointed out towards the road, so in case they do hit you, they bounce off of either the vehicle or when they hit the front tires, they'll get projected back away and out from the vehicle, but clearly not everybody does it.
Copy that. Stop running the windshield wipers. Looks like the roadway's pretty dry. We do have a storm that's going to be north of us by a little ways, and it's going through Edmond right now. and a lot of hail reports. So it's
Sorry about that, my phone died.
still severe. So we will be going into that here in a little while. Oh, you're good. I was just talking to people on live stream. Hey, Charles. This is, we are coming back into Oklahoma City, and I'm sorry for the mistake earlier. I don't know why we lost the live stream, but I'm glad to see that you're back. And so we are to the east of Oklahoma City, and we're going to be taking that back north. And there is a severe storm that is near Edmond, Oklahoma. And so one thing that I can do, and I intend on doing on my next stream, is taking and adding a location, so you guys will be able to take and type a command, and it should give you my exact location. So I did not enable that tonight, and so I apologize for that. I got busy, especially whenever that first storm kicked off, and in trying to navigate and watch traffic and all of those things. And so I will take care of that next time. Yeah, absolutely. And it just slipped my mind, and like I said, I apologize for that. I'm thankful that y'all are riding with me still, and I think that the stream has held up really relatively well. And so minus that one little glitch, y'all should have been able to see some pretty amazing lightning as we drove through the core of that storm a while ago. And so there was some pretty serious lightning bolts, one directly in the camera. So I know for a fact that came up, and we'll have to review that later whenever I get home. Edit some of the footage out of there that's doesn't have anything, pertinent to the storm chase. And so anyway, and we're trying to get some lightning shots with our still cameras, but it never fails whenever you go out to go and do those things. It seems like that the lightning just kind of either moves to another direction, or it just completely quits. So there are those times that you can take and do that. Yep, and we should be seeing some more here in just a little bit. As we make it back into Oklahoma City, the lightning is starting to pick back up again. And so you guys will be able to see that as well. If you have not checked out my photography page, I would welcome you to do that. And generally, it is supposed to come across on the chat board itself, but it is www.philsphotography.com, and I've been able to capture not only tornadoes and lightning, but a lot of landscape photography and stuff like that along the way and along the chase. So would love it for you guys to go over and check it out, and let me know what you think. You guys should be able to see the lightning starting to happen over in the left-hand corner of the camera screen here in just a little bit. So partner that's up in front of me if he's going to take one of the roads and go north here in just a second. So stand by one, and I'll come back and I'll visit with you guys. Hey, Aaron, are you going to take the turnpike and go north so that we don't have to drive through town?
Are you talking about up here that goes up towards like Wellston and whatnot?
It's just a little bit to the west of Shawnee, and it basically takes you straight north, drops you out up on the turnpike that runs into North Edmond, and it really saves a lot of time by doing that.
Yeah, I think I know. I do know what you're talking about. Yeah, if I can find the exit for it, then yeah, I'll take it.
You can't miss it. It says Edmond, and it's about, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 miles west of the last exit up here. Big, huge deal. It's a Kickapoo Turnpike. I don't know if that last transmission went through or not. It's Kickapoo Turnpike. Okay.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'll be on the lookout for it. We can take it that way. Because you are right, it does take out a lot of time.
All right, guys, I'm back. And so just wanted to verify that that was the route that we were going to take. And so it'll shave time off of our travel back home. It will subvert the driving through Oklahoma City Metropolitan, and so don't want to have to do that. And it should get us up to that storm quite a bit quicker. And so how is everyone? Let's see, what is it? It's morning time. It's 12:13 Central Time. I don't know where everybody else is from, but appreciate y'all, like I said, hanging out with me. And it helps time go by on these long trips back. Nice, Missouri. I have some pictures from Missouri. Went to some of the grist mills over there. Absolutely gorgeous. And the water, oh man. Some of the bluest water that you will ever see. Have family in Arkansas. I had family. He has since moved back to Oklahoma. Nice. Now you got another friend in Oklahoma.
So the turnpike you're talking about, that's that one that just passes Choctaw just a little bit to the east of it, correct? 335 or whatever.
Wow. Boy, that was a nice crawler there. But yes, that is correct. And so it will be just to the east of Choctaw and takes you up north and then ties you into the other turnpike. What is it, Turner Turnpike? That runs up to Tulsa. And then you'll be able to go left there and go west, and it'll bring you right in on 335. And you can either go north on I-35 or you just go straight over to 74 and straight north.
Okay, I figured that's what it was. But yeah, it's the Turner. Okay, yeah, that works with me. And yeah, that was a nice shot. If only we could have gotten a picture of it, but you know how that goes.
I seen it on the live stream, so.
Heck yeah. And we're threading the needle between both of these storms that are to our south and to the north.
Yeah, dude, that one up there at Edmond's got so many hail markers on it, you know. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And also would make one more request for you all. We're trying to grow the channel. And so I think we made over 50 subscribers already. But be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell. And that way you'll know next time whenever we go live, anytime that there's severe weather, we try to get out. And so we would definitely appreciate that. Awesome. Thank you so much. This road that we are on, which y'all are probably familiar with if you traveled into Oklahoma, is I-40. And man, this thing will hydroplane you if you're not careful. You got to watch what you're doing. There is that big old mosquito.
Well, there's no chance of catching any of these storms, so I'm just gonna call it and go home.
Woo! Nice lightning strikes.
Yeah, 10-4. We're just off the cloud right now. So we're inching our way back.
Absolutely not. So, just a little FYI, and some of the storm chase adventures. I had a Dodge Ram pickup truck that I used to chase in, and so my first tornado that I ever seen was in 1995, and that was in Freona, Texas, and it was a big one. And so have somewhat been chasing ever since then. Military career had a little bit to do with that, so I wasn't able to get out as much. And obviously, technology had a big play in that as well. So, but anyways, so about 2000, 2002 time frame, somewhere in there, was whenever I really started delving into that, setting my vehicle up for chase and whatnot. But anyways, my Dodge Ram pickup truck, we were driving, trying to get out in front, kind of just like this, and hit some water in the road, and we spun about 15 times in the center of the road, ended up in the ditch, and had to get towed out And so it was quite the ride. Pucker factor of about 9. So, yep, try to be as careful as possible. And just, if there's a reason that I don't answer, it's because of safety. I'm sure you guys have probably watched other channels before and are familiar with all of those things, but there comes times where we got to just take and keep our eyes focused, and we can, talk a little bit later, but safety is definitely first. Your husband was in the Army. And so, was he at Fort Leonard Wood there in Missouri? I see. Wow. So I didn't make it quite that far. I was medically retired after my 3rd combat tour. And so but I got pretty close to 20. Boy, you know it's raining hard whenever you got your windshield wipers on high speed and they can't keep up. You'll need to be in the right lane there, Aaron. Okay, so stand by for a little bit. We've got to take and navigate around some vehicles here. They're driving slow because of the rain, and I don't blame them. Wow. So, yeah, I was Desert Shield, Desert Storm. I was in support of Iraq and Afghanistan, and then Iraq. Twice to Iraq. So technically, 4 tours. That was wartime. However, one of those was not technically a combat zone. So did not qualify for that. But yeah. We had family that lived on Bull Shoals in Arkansas. And then, but he has since moved back to Oklahoma. He had some medical conditions, so had to move back. And the family's taking care of him now, so. Absolutely, and thank you for traveling around with your husband, and so that's a big deal. Military wives are very special, for sure. It takes a lot. Especially for those that go combat deployed and stuff like that too. That's tough. And so try and get this big old mosquito looking thing off my windshield at one point. He's liable to scare y'all if he gets over there in front of that camera lens. So as you heard just a little bit ago, we're kind of threading the needle, splitting two storms, one to the north and one to the south, and so we're trying to avoid any hail. I know a few of those. I know a couple of Navy corpsmen as well, and that is a tough job. Boy, that lightning strike right there was one to write home about. That's what they call branch chain lightning, whenever you take and you see the bolt, and then it's just got fingers that go everywhere off of it. And that's exactly what that was. Boy, that was a big, huge branch chain bolt right there, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
For sure, no broken windshield. Y'all scroll through those videos on my page, and you'll see me lose a windshield. We were coming out of Childress, Texas. Actually, more like Memphis, Texas. We had been chasing the big supercell, and so come across and got over. Was going to head toward Hollis, Oklahoma, and yeah, it started throwing probably golf balls all the way up to tennis balls, and see it, you could. So whenever you guys get a chance, take a look at that. And there's quite a few chases on there. It's not all of them that I've been on. I have storage drives after storage drives that are just loaded down with video. I've got hurricane footage, basically anything and everything that you can imagine. Wildfires, airdrops from the big air tankers, just all kinds of stuff. But I have not posted those to my page. Perhaps one of these days I will, because technically it's all weather related. I mean, fire is weather related. I've got some fire stuff on there, but the ones I'm speaking of specifically has huge flames that are probably 200 feet, 300 feet in the air. And so that fire burned, if I remember correctly, 600 and some odd thousand acres. So it was several days worth of extremely active fire chasing. And so I have flooding video. So I lived on close to a river, and there were two lakes. It was kind of like a sports club that you bought into, and there were two lakes. And so anyway, May 19th, actually it was May 19th, 20th, and 21st, I believe, of 2019. It was one of the 99-year floods that they claim. And so the water got up from the river, and it ate probably 150 yards worth of sand from where the center of the river was, and left about 75 feet before it took over the two lakes that a lot of people's houses were built on. And so some lived closer to the river. Wow, that was cool. Some lived closer to the river, and I think that there was a total of about 15 or 16 homes that went in. And so I filmed all of that. My wife left and she went to her mom's house, and so I stayed and took care of the dogs. And so anyway, it was horrible. And so got to watch all of that. The news media came out, but the 99% of the footage was all my footage, with the exception of after the media crews came out, they had people talking about it, and then helicopter footage. But I even had a drone, so I flew some drone footage as well while I was there. But yeah, it was terrible. But shortly after that, we were moved from there, and we moved to where we live now. And so we've not had that issue. But windshield wipers off, and then I gotta run them again. So, is Charles still on here? I seen that he was talking, but I don't see him talking.
Did you smile big for the camera?
You know I did. Yes, I have dogs. We have 4 dogs. So we have a Rottweiler.
Of course.
We have a German Shepherd. He's the oldest. German Shepherd, Rottweiler. We have a Chocolate Lab. And we have a Bichon and a Maltipoo mix. That obviously is my wife's dog, but she's a sweetheart. She bosses all the big dogs around. Our German Shepherd, he's an old guy. He's, let's see, 13 years old. The Rottweiler's coming in close behind him. He's about 7. You have 2? What kind? Wow. Patterdale? I don't know that I've ever heard of Patterdale. Stand by 1 second. Wiener dog, Jack Russell. Boy, my brother used to have Jack Russells, and those dogs are wired for sound. I think we probably timed this just right. The storms to the south and storms to the north.
Yeah, we threaded the needle all the way through.
I don't even have my radar pulled up. Is that one down there to the south still severe?
Negatory.
All these things are smashed into so many different boundaries and everything else, dude. It's no wonder that any of them were severe.
Yeah, it's like playing ping pong with all the different boundaries going through.
Tahlequah, and the one just northwest of Glencoe going into Pawnee.
Those guys, I'm telling you, man, they've had a rough go with it. Bartlesville and all of that area, a couple of times got hit by tornadoes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like that one night that we were all chasing together and you ended up pulling off and they ended up getting that tornado up there west and then north of Tulsa.
Yep, exactly. Yes, the storms definitely got cooler. So, we, and I don't know when you joined in. I think I'd seen some comments from you earlier from the day, but we started out pretty much almost straight south of Oklahoma City by about an hour. And so, as we were setting on a dirt road, the wind switched out of the northwest and got cold, and so we knew instantly that we had to take and move. And so the only area that still was in the 70 degrees, actually 74, 75 range, was down in far southeast Oklahoma. So we drove another hour and a half over to I-35 by Davis. I think that's where Charles and maybe you hopped on there as well. Like I said, I didn't even have my chat box pulled up so that I couldn't see if anybody had been talking to me or not. And so, anyway, but that being said, the wind was still out of the southeast and it was 74 degrees and the dew points down there were in the 60s. And so we knew the storms were going to kick off. And so they did exactly what the models were saying, only a little bit later. And so, but now the wind is out of the northwest for the largest majority. Cold front has pushed through, and so anything that will be now will be what we call elevated storms. They'll have a real high base on them, but they can still produce hail, and they can still be severe, obviously. And so anyway, not gigantic hail by any means. I mean, quarters, maybe a little bit bigger than that in some of the stronger updrafts, but for the most part, just a lot of hail, and that can be just as bad in some instances. Hey, you're welcome. So, oh yeah, once they know that everything is kind of said and done with, they just shut everything off. But this is kind of a twofold process. So I have Starlink now on my Jeep, and so that's what we're using to do the live stream. And so I am extremely pleased with how things are running concerning the live stream, because everything seems to be nice and smooth, no glitches, and there was just that one when we first started down there, and I think we've been streaming for a little bit even before that happened. So it doesn't have to do with cellular data, which is a good thing. I mean, obviously satellites look up, cell phones look sideways. And so before, whenever I was live streaming, I only had cell data to work with. And so when you get down into areas like that in far southeast Oklahoma, it's like being in Arkansas or the Ozarks in Missouri. Hilly.
West of Pawnee is about clobbered with some hail. The hail core is black on the interior, or on the center part of it.
That's no good, man. So anyway,
yeah, if it stays on its track, Ralston will definitely get it unless it kind of goes back down.
yeah. So anyway, like I said, twofold process, and so I'm thankful that it was strong all the way down in through the mountains and stuff like that, and the trees and the hills and all that. And so that makes a big difference. And it's not really influenced by how many people are on the networks either, because yes, indeed. So that's the other thing. If you get 300 chasers out on a big severe weather day, they overtask the cellular towers, and so it makes it really difficult to try to do any type of live stream, unless you run about 5 or 6 cards like the media does. But that's just too far out of the ballpark for me. So the most I ever ran whenever I was streaming with cell service was 3 cards, and that was bad enough. So, but with that being said, I think I am going to go ahead and close out the stream and start shutting everything down so that I can get back to the house and get some sleep. So I appreciate all of you all that are on. Thank you for the likes, thank you for the shares, and thank you for the subscribes, those that did that. Hey, thanks, I appreciate that, and Lord willing, we'll do it again the next time we get some severe weather in here. So this is the time, obviously Oklahoma, with you being in Missouri, you know, this is the time now. So April, May, and about half of June, and then start going up into Kansas and Nebraska and stuff like that. So thank you very much, and again, I appreciate you. We'll talk to you later, and have a good morning, good night. Get you some sleep as well, and we'll see you on the next chase. Bye-bye.